Thank you, Mr. Chair. So this is a lot. We're at a moment right now where so many balls are in the air. Frankly, it's quite taxing just to keep it all straight. And I want to begin by acknowledging the very important motions you've moved here. Among the simple physical fact of trying to cope with working remotely, wearing masks, getting vaccinated, being uncertain about where you're safe, where you're not safe, trying to figure out what's the right path on schools, all of that weight. We also find ourselves in a circumstance where not only is our knowledge of COVID changing over time, we've been learning lessons, but the characteristics of COVID change over time. We get different variants with different transmissibility, with different risks associated, and on top of that, the jurisdictional issues, which are enormously complex to begin with, they're also changing over time. And, you know, if I'm struggling to keep all of this straight in my head, all of these changing factors, imagine what it's like for the people that we represent here, for Torontonians who are trying to figure out, do I send my kid to school? Do I get my third booster? Is the City of Toronto allocating resources to people who are most vulnerable? Where do I wear my mask? Where do I not wear my mask? Like, I have to tell you, talking to the people I represent, there's a lot of confusion out there right now. And it's not confusion that you lay at any one person's feet. It's the confusion caused by the fact that things actually are changing over time. This isn't a single disease with a single set of rules and a single set of impacts that's been consistent over the last 2 years. Everything about it keeps changing. And I want to draw particular attention to two of the things in your motion that I think will be helpful with that. The first is the call that you are making to reinstate certain authorities to the medical officer of health. I don't think people in the City of Toronto or the province of Ontario understand how devastating the new restrictions brought by the province of Ontario on what medical officers can and cannot do is. And secondly, your call that we refine and reinvigorate our communications to people about what's safe, what's not safe, what's best practice. I know not only does everyone sort of have the fog of 2 years of our lives being upset, but they've got the fog of changing circumstances. And I think we need to really step up as an institution, Toronto Public Health, and say, here's where we are today. Here's our best advice for today. Here's how you can be contributing to minimizing the harms and risks associated with COVID today. So thank you for those. I think you've laid out a good path forward, and I hope we all can step back, take a breath, and dive back into the struggle to protect Torontonians' health and to have clear, coherent communications about this. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor.